Welcome to the Player Supreme Show. I'm your host, Player Supreme.
Oh, you know we had to do it. Oh, you know we had to do it. Come on, come on.
Yes, welcome to the show. And today I'm going to share with you an article. That's actually an old article. I read it a long time ago, even did a show on it. But one of the brothers brought it up here on YouTube. So I'm going to share this article with you. It reads, it's called The Dark Triad, by the way. Why women really do love self-obsessed psychopaths. Now, I objected to the term psychopaths. Obviously, the guy that wrote the article he's a science editor. That spells nerd to me. But let's go ahead and read this. So basically, he's probably a hater. He writes, bad boys, it seems, really do get all the girls. Women might claim they want caring, thoughtful types, but scientists have discovered what they really want: self-obsessed, lying psychopaths. And they're trying to defame the game and defame players. They're nothing but some PhDs, alright. They got their player-hating degrees. He goes, a study has found that men with the dark triad of traits, narcissism, thrill-seeking, and deceitfulness, are likely to have a larger number of sexual affairs. Don't hate. Don't hate. Peter Jonason of the New Mexico University in Las Cruces believes that these traits may have an innate genetic component that explains why some men seem unable to stop themselves behaving badly. Now, it's considered bad to have more than one woman in your life by today's social programming. Remember, this is just a social construct. In the past, men had more than one wife. But you guys got to know the truth of this. Some of you guys are intelligent. You've done your own research. You know this. But the church and state, the church and kings got together so that the kings could have larger harems. So they made it so that you could only have one wife. All right? That's where that whole thing started from. Okay? So you guys, all of us, were tooled like some damn puppets. Like you train a goddamn dog. All right? So having more than one girlfriend is considered dogma, or being doggish. They call you a dog. That's why I wear the name proudly. And that's why I call my site my dog pound. The dark triad of traits are the self-obsession of narcissism, the impulsive, thrill-seeking, and callous behavior of psychopaths, and the deceitful and exploitative nature of Machiavellianism. Ooh, we have some evidence these traits may represent a successful evolutionary strategy, Dr. Jonason told New Scientist magazine. Many famous men, from James Dean to Pete Doherty, could be said to show elements of the dark triad of traits, but perhaps the best fictional example is James Bond. He's clearly disagreeable, very extrovert, and likes trying new things, including killing people and new women, Dr. Johannesson said. Okay. They couldn't find any good examples. They had to go reach for a fictional character. Okay, I'll accept that. The study subjected 200 college students to personality tests designed to rank them in terms of the dark triad. They were also asked about their sexual relationships, including their attitude towards brief affairs. Dr. Johannesson said those with the highest rating in terms of the dark triad tended to have more partners and a greater desire for short-term affairs. Just because these ballless sacks of shit are totally programmed, total left brain types, follow the rules, they're gonna hate on us guys because we like to have a lot of pussy. Oh God. David Schmidt of Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois, surveyed 35,000 people in 57 countries and found a similar link. It is universal across cultures, he said. Oh, really? Well, it certainly must be, because it's certainly within me, within my sons, and within my own father. So it must be something that could be passed down. Who knows? But that's all this article alludes to. They don't have a page 2, it looks like. When I first did the article, they actually had a much longer piece. I think it was back in 207 or 208, somewhere in there. But, yeah. Once again, players are hated everywhere we go by the non-players. The guys that can't get none. The geeks, the goobers, the SpongeBobs, the nerdos, the ordinary. Just can't get no love, brothers. We can't get no love. You know, it seems like they've been hating on players since I got on the internet. Then I saw the rise of this thing called the pickup artist shortly after I came onto the internet. Back then, the pickup artist didn't even exist. And shortly after that, though, as I said, when I came on the internet, this new thing came out called a pickup artist. And they tried to hate on the real players out there. That was basically them doing what Europeans do. They take something, they flip the script. And these European guys were, taking the game from the urban community and flipping the script. And then trying to turn it all against the players out there who they took the game from. I even found a piece titled "The Romantic Predator." Now listen to this very carefully. The sexual predator, that dark and mysterious figure, the stranger, unpredictable, hinting at danger, tinged with violence. What is there that so attracts women to him? Truly there seems something almost magical about those few men who seem able to mesmerize women at will. What secret do they possess that gives them this power, this intensity, this animal magnetism? Users and manipulators is the key phrase. Such men have learned to spot and sniff out vulnerable women, the wounded birds, the ones most susceptible to their particular brand of sorcery. They have mastered the art of pushing the emotional buttons of their fellow humans, exploiting the feelings and weaknesses of hurt people. And is not most everyone hurt? Playing women like a musical instrument in their single-minded pursuit of pleasure, of self-gratification, they leave behind them a string of victims. These haters of women, exploiters of human weakness, parasites, sociopaths. These fancy grade hit-run drivers leave numerous victims in their wake. By Roger Shattuck, Forbidden Knowledge. He continues with, this little deviation into the dark alleys of the criminal mind and the underside of human nature yields insight into the sad emptiness of the career seducer. Fellas, let me tell you, there was nothing empty in my life. He continues with, there is little to envy in these creatures. They lead meaningless lives, and each successive conquest does nothing to fill the screaming, hungry void within. There is little to admire, considering the pain and wreckage they leave behind. We shy men pride ourselves in being truly different, in being perceptive, sensitive, caring human beings, and being lovers of women. Yes, we are the ones who clean up the damage left behind by the monsters and the misbegotten. Yes, we're nerds. We bring beauty and healing into the world. They clean up our shit. That's what they do, fellas. That's the spot where they belong in. Those nice guys, those creepy guys that pretend to be a woman's friend just to get laid. At least we're honest about it. We just want to fuck you, baby, and give you the best time of your life. You want to sign up for the ride? Come on, jump on our ship. Let's have some fun for a while. And they come by the droves, brothers. They come by the droves. Till next time, fellas. This has been another Player Supreme episode, and I've been your host, Player Supreme.